Apple, iPhone, to buy or not to buy? Well, I went all out and bought 10 of them. Crazy, right? Probably one of the craziest things I've done in all my years of being a tech enthusiast. Of course, as a mature adult, I must have had my reasons. The iPhone 14 series brought a ton of upgrades. New colors, a fresh Plus product SKU, a sleek new design of the Pro series, which only happens every few years, a larger sensor main camera, and always on display, and in the US, they ditched the physical SIM card slot. And because I've been on the move all year, I ended up with these 10 iPhone 14 series phones. Some are dual SIM Chinese versions, others are pure eSIM American versions, and there are even some American versions with modified motherboards for dual SIM use. Some are unlocked, and some are locked and need an eSIM QPE adapter to unlock. I've thoroughly tested each and every one of them. Now, with Apple just 2 days away from unveiling their brand new iPhone 15 series with 4 new phones, I thought it's the perfect time to make this video. From the perspective of a tech nut and a die-hard iPhone user, let's talk about the real-world experience of the previous iPhone generation and discuss upgrade recommendations for the new iPhones. Hello everyone, this is Tech33, and today we're going to talk about the world's most popular smartphone, the iPhone. First question, what doesn't need an upgrade the most? iPhone 14. There's a big factor to consider. This year, most likely, the entire lineup will get a revamp, including Dynamic Island and a switch to USB Type-C. Even the iPhone 15 is expected to bring significant changes in terms of appearance. If you're not currently using an iPhone 14 and want people to know you've upgraded, then go ahead without hesitation. Looking at the entire iPhone 14 series, I think the base iPhone 14 is the most solid option. Apple's product lineup has become a bit like Toyota Camry or Honda Accord. They release a new model every year, but not everyone rushes to upgrade annually. It's a price-stable, experience-reliable, anti-consumerism choice that everyone is familiar with. When you examine the product itself, there are no obvious shortcomings in performance, screen quality, battery life, or camera. Furthermore, when you put the iPhone 14 next to its grandpa, the iPhone 12, you realize the iPhone has become a fundamental element of our society. Secondly, the iPhone that needs an upgrade the most is the iPhone 14 Pro. Believe it or not, the iPhone I've been most eager to see upgrade over the past year is the one with Dynamic Island. The iPhone 14 Pro offers a great overall experience, from its camera capabilities to video recording, high refresh rate screen, and premium build quality. The only downside is battery life. If I have to go on a business trip or spend a few days on vacation, I won't choose the iPhone 14 Pro. Its battery life just doesn't meet my expectations. When we look back at the 12 or 13 series, even the similar Pro models pleasantly surprised us with their battery life. But with this generation, the impact of the always-on display on battery life is just too significant. Apple's various efforts in standby mode hint at the need to keep your phone charged as much as possible. Considering Apple's rich customization options in AOD in iOS, I believe the iPhone 15 Pro must come with a larger battery capacity. I recommend the heavy users consider selling their iPhone 14 Pro to switch to the iPhone 15 Pro or 15 Pro Max. Of course, all this assume that, like me, you must use AOD. If you don't need AOD and plan to keep your phone off most of the time, then why not go for the iPhone 12 Pro? In fact, when it comes to the Chinese market, the 14 Pro Max, including the upcoming 15 Pro Max, might be facing the most challenges. Even though they're top-of-the-line smartphones with no compromises in user experience, featuring a titanium frame and periscope telephoto lens this year, they're still up against some formidable competitors. Thirdly, my personal favorite, the iPhone 14 Plus. In fact, the 14 Plus didn't become a bestseller actually puzzled me a bit. Isn't bigger supposed to be better? I know Apple's initial pricing was quite unreasonable, but even after the price dropped, it didn't become as popular as I expected. In terms of daily use, the 14 Plus is my favorite. It's got big screen, it's slim, it's super powerful, and it has incredible battery life. For someone who used the iPhone Pro series, this one's feel is truly a godsend. First, the weight distribution on a larger screen makes it easy to hold. Secondly, the aluminum frame with slightly curved edges feels smoother than the stainless steel ones. Back in days of the iPhone 6, iPhones looked the best and felt the best when used without a case. Nowadays, they look sleek without a case, but the feel is the worst. And yet everyone uses cases. What a shame. My biggest complaint about iPhone 14 Plus is that it doesn't share the phone cases with the 13 Pro Max. Even though their body sizes are the same and the positions of the power button and volume buttons are identical, the camera module isn't any larger than the ones on the 13 Pro Max, so why couldn't they make it fit into the same frame? Now the biggest suspense is whether the 15 Plus will finally get a high refresh rate. Personally, I think it won't. In that case, should we stock up on some 13 Pro Max phones? Finally, let's dive into an open-ended question, making predictions about this year's new iPhone 15 series. Looking at the global market, I don't expect significant changes in performance for the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus compared to their predecessors. The 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max may face supply shortages and price increases. Personally, I think these models are a must-buy due to their features. Now, when it comes to the Chinese market, Apple will undoubtedly face immense pressure, especially for the Pro series. If I were Apple, I'd definitely stock half the quantity of the 14 Pro series. Doing business in Chinese market means following its culture and norms, and playing it safe this year might be the only choice. Alright, following the usual tradition, I will say this update should come to an end here. I'm definitely not going on another crazy buying spree this year. However, the previous episodes received a lot of support and encouragement from many friends. So I will for sure create an experience video for the entire iPhone 15 series for all of you. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm Tech33 and I'll see you next time.